welcome. It is Monday, May 7th. It's just a little bit after noon, so technically it's not my morning chat / coffee talk. Sorry, I gotta reach over here and turn off the cricket. I've been pretty busy this morning getting some stuff done, and just now finally getting to a point where I can sit down and make just a quick catch-up video for you guys. We had a pretty busy weekend. And a pretty busy week ahead. I have, it's off camera and I'm not going to move stuff around to show you, but I have about 20 different projects that I'm working on at once. I have a potential custom order coming in. I finally got the details for my husband's son and daughter-in-law's baby shower, and I'll show that off because I'm done with the prototype. And I hadn't even had a chance, this is like the cleanest my desk has been all morning. I hadn't even had a chance to open up my planner yet and go over what's going on this week. So I thought that I would do that with you guys because we like planner stuff. So my daughter's softball game was canceled this weekend. The bigger girls, the middle school girls, get priority on the softball field. Our town has 3 or 4 different baseball fields, but we only have one softball field. So the big girls, as they call it, had priority. So their game got bumped on Saturday to later, and then the other team that was going to come to us had to cancel because after it was bumped, they realized that they couldn't come to meet us in the evening at our field because it was their daddy-daughter dance night. So the game was canceled. As far as I know, there's no practice today, but I haven't even checked my email in a while, so I don't know if the coach decided to do an email. Tomorrow we have an away game. But sorry, I'm checking my email. No email from coach, so I'm assuming there's no practice tonight. The away game is only about a half an hour away, so that's good. My daughter has a doctor's appointment on Thursday, and then we have another game on Saturday, and no other practices planned in here. I have just a bunch of random stuff tossed. I wanted to get all of this stuff put into my planner. These are notices that come home with my daughter in her weekly communication folder, and I toss them on my desk to remember to write the important dates down in my planner. So we'll see if I remember anything. So May 12th is our town yard sale. So I'll write that down. Leah and I might check that out. The 14th to the 18th is the school book fair. But Wednesday the 16th is the day that we can go to the book fair. So when I pick my daughter up after school, we'll just stay afterwards and go to the book fair. It's one of those, it's not Scholastic, but it's another one of those companies. And I've done the whole send my daughter in with money before and let her pick out her own books during the course of the school day. But what happens is she blows the money on just not necessarily books, but she buys the pencils and the posters and all that stuff that's just not, I would rather her get books. So she'll blow all her money on that, and then they have this thing where the kids can fill in what their wish list is to bring it home to show the parents to kind of guilt them into sending in more money. And so Leah will blow all of her money on the crap and then just not pick out any of the books. So we don't do that anymore. Now when we go to the book fair, I'm there too when we pick out the books. So, and let's see what else is going on. My daughter is singing in the chorus on the 18th, and I told you guys about that last week. The New Hampshire Fisher Cats game on Friday the 18th. My daughter's chorus is going to be doing the anthem, so I'm definitely going to be there for that. We've got Memorial Day, no school. I knew that already. Student Showcase is something we need to know. That's my daughter. My daughter's in the prize speaking contest. It's from 5 to 7:30. And the 19th, oh, that's now moving into June. Might as well write that down. June 19th is field day. Oh, that's the day my husband has his doctor's appointment. And then the 21st is the last day of school. Oh, that's also my stepson's birthday. Cool. Alright, well now I'm done with this. Oh, well the 8th is the field trip in June. That's already on my calendar. Okay, so that can go to recycling. Next thing, this is more or less the same thing. Fisher Cats game, state testing, that's boring. Oh, the last day of homework club. Ugh, that's not going to be good for me. Homework club is this thing that our elementary school does, and it's free. The kids just have to sign up for it at the beginning of the year. Basically, it's an extra like hour and 20 minutes after and it's just for 4th and 5th graders. My daughter's in 4th grade. For like an hour and 20 minutes or so after the school day, the kids can stay after school, and 2 of the 5th grade teachers volunteer to help them with their math homework and stuff. So, which is fantastic, because math is not my strong suit anyway. Like, I barely scrape by in school. I barely remember anything about like fractions or whatever. I'm terrible at math. And plus with all of this, what do they call it? I don't even remember what the new math thing is. Like, they learn to do math now in ways that don't even make any sense to me. So it's pretty much Leah's been bringing homework home since 1st grade, and I've just not been able to help her with her homework because I don't have a clue what she's supposed to be doing. So anyway, so this year's the first year, because she's in 4th grade, that she's been eligible for homework club, and what an amazing difference it has made for her grades, for her confidence. She's just doing fantastic, and it's such a lifesaver for me because I do not have to help with the math, which is awful. An added bonus, I don't have to pick her up till 4 o'clock those 3 days a week, so that buys me like another hour of my own time most of the week. Anyway, moving on. Oh, to the Saturday is the green up day for the town, which is basically like everyone walks around and helps pick up litter and stuff. So we might do this one. Art workshops for kids. What is this now? This is something, this looks like something I'm going to have to go over with my daughter. I don't know if you can see just a couple of different I didn't even know this was in the back here. Children's writing and illustration workshop. Stuff for kids. Okay, so I'll go over this with Leah and see if she's interested in any of those. What else do I have here? This needs to go in here, and I'll find that afterwards. So for the week, I do have a letter that I have to respond to. So I'm going to get that in my planner for this week. Put that here to remind me to do it. This is here to remind me to order from Staples. I have this excellent coupon for $10 off a purchase of $40 or more from Staples. I need ink, and I need refills for my what is it called? Label makers. So I'll just make myself a big note to do that. I have I didn't even put these away. Look, guys, look at these adorable little stickers I found at Walmart the other day. They're so cute. I just bought a cutting file on Etsy to make some ladybugs because I couldn't find any in the Cricut that I liked. And I don't like using the cutting file. I don't like it when it's not, what is the word I'm looking for? Sorry, I can't speak today. I don't like it when they do, like, each and every tiny little thing cuts out. I would prefer it just be like this red part and then just the cutouts for whatever on, but like that's how the Cricut file is, so it's really irritating. But I really wanted some little ladybugs for a card idea that I had going on, inspired by the release from Honeybee Stamps, because I've decided to not get the ladybug stamp set and save a little bit of money towards other stuff. So I still decided I was going to proceed with making different ladybug cards, and I think that this is going to work out fine, but I hadn't even had a chance to put that away yet because it's been buried underneath my desk. Literally all weekend, my desk was just covered. You guys know my plastic bastic system with my work, and just covered, and I did a ton of coloring all weekend and die cutting. I was up till 1 o'clock this morning die cutting all the little pieces from all the stuff that I want to do this week. And I'm still behind. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, stickers on Ladybug thing. I have a new, not really new, but I have a new to me project that I've been working on, and I'm not sure what I want to call it yet, but it's some variation of like a miniature flip book, but kind of, it's a compilation of numerous different videos and ideas of stuff that I've been watching. Kind of the idea that I had behind it was, what if you could give somebody like a mega greeting card, like a book where they just can flip through and like every page is a different greeting card. but not like something like a permanent book, not that they, you know, they can't tear it apart and have individual greeting cards, but like the whole thing is like a book of greeting cards for that person. So I've been working on that. I've actually been making 2 of them, and I'm going to show you guys those in a separate video another time. I'm not quite done with the second one yet, because I'm fairly certain that like all the people that I'm making them for might see this video. So or there's a really good chance that the people are going to see this video at some point, and I would rather it be a surprise. So when they're done, I'm going to film them and I'll just hang on to it, and when I'm fairly certain that the books have been received, then I will publish the video. But I've been having a blast with that, and I've been using, I don't mind showing you a couple of my 6x6 paper pads and ephemera that I had from the Country Kitchen set. You can see it's almost gone. Actually, I've been using the Cardabella. I almost ordered the 12 by 12 because I love this paper so much, but I'm trying to restrain. But I've been having an absolute blast with this paper pack, and I still have some scraps that I'm working with. It's so much fun, so vintagey and gorgeous. And actually, this particular paper pack segues into another project, and I'll get to that in just one second. And for the other flip book that I'm working on, I have the Echo Park Summer Fun 6x6 paper pack that I've been working with as well. And this one is just, oh my god, it's just so cute. Like, I know it's a little early for summer, but I couldn't help myself. It's just too cute. So I hope that my my new friend doesn't mind that I skipped spring and went right to summer, because it was just too cute and I couldn't resist. So I've been having a lot of fun with my little paper packs. And again, this one segues right into one of the other projects that I'm working on for an exchange. Oh, I have like a spider or something. Maybe not. A piece of fuzz. I think it must have been stuck to my hair or something on my shirt. It kept moving around my desk, and I don't like spiders, so I was afraid, but it's not. It's a piece of fuzz. Okay, sorry. So one of the other projects that I'm working on is a memory decks card, and the theme is vintage. So I thought these papers would go really nicely on a vintage type memory decks card, right? And I'm sure that I'll have some ephemera stuff left. And I brought out I just started doing memory decks cards. These are literally the only 2 that I have. Because I've only done one other exchange. So you guys have seen these before, but I have St. Patrick's Day and I have Easter, and then I have a couple of the envelopes that I was just going to put like some ephemera in and stuff, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So I did sign up for another memory decks exchange, and also I wanted to make some other memory decks cards to give for another to send to some friends anyway. So I figured it would just be like one big memory decks card party that I'll have. And I do have, I think there's several different die options from Heidi Swap, but I do have some of the Heidi Swap dies to make this, and I'll make it go much smoother. And the woman that I'm exchanging vintage themed memory decks cards with, I asked her if she wanted me to cut her some extras, just like some blank extra dies to have in hand. She said yes, so I'll be pulling that out and doing some more stuff. So one of the other things that I was really excited about with the vintage exchange was I had these 2 boxes, these really old boxes of We Are Memory Keepers tags and stuff, just ephemera pieces, which I thought was really cool. So I'm looking forward to kind of taking these out and seeing what I can do with these. Okay. So I have 3 Happy Meals right now that I have planned to go out. And you guys remember, we just got back. Last weekend we went to the scrapbook convention here in New Hampshire, and I grabbed from craftfantastic.com a bunch of supplies to make my own little necklaces. So I'm going to make a necklace for each one of my friends that I'm doing the Happy Meal for, using these supplies. And I can use pieces of my own paper to do this. So I haven't found the right paper yet that I want to use on their projects, but I'm keeping an eye out for it. But I thought I would take the supplies out to show you guys again. And these are things that I got at the excuse me, that I got at the convention. And these are the little sticky dots that go inside here. But anyway, so this bag is here to remind me that that's what I wanted to do, because I wouldn't forget. And that, let me look at my little list here and see what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Because, oh, okay, so I mentioned that I was doing a lot of coloring this weekend, and I have a ton of Spectrum Noir colors that are starting to run out. And I've been getting some of my refills from Blick, but they don't have all of them. I can't, and Blick has like the best price, and I think that the only place that you can get all of them is from Crafter's Companion, their website, but they're so expensive. So if anybody knows if they ever run any sales or coupons or anything, please let me know. But so I have colors that are just, they're running dry, and I'm just getting really frustrated because I can't replace them within my budget. But I kind of, so I've been working on that, and I made it work for my coloring, but I kept, you guys have seen it before, I've shown you a bunch of times, but I had the coloring chart for Spectrum Noir, and I made it like this lovely little fold out thing. I can't find it anywhere. I had it, and now it's like gone. I don't know if it fell down behind a piece of furniture or something. I can't find it. So I went to make another one, and I happened to find, I think this was from Blitzy, maybe. It wasn't from Spectrum Noir, but one of the websites, if you Google it, it's one of the top ones. They have a new, tidier version of the color chart, which all fits on one page now. So, and I messed it up the first time. I printed it wrong, the wrong way in the back. So I just used the same paper and printed the front. So it's actually, maybe it was Providence that it's missing, because then I got to redo it. And this one is so much better, and I'm going to hang it up over my wall, and I might make a second one. This is my traveling color book. I did bring, like we went to the playground and stuff for the weekend. So what I'll do is I'll slip all of my coloring to do in here so that it stays nice and clean and stuff. And then I'll just grab my markers and toss them in my bag, and then I'll just work on them from my folding chair wherever we are. So I might make a second one of these so that I can just keep it in here and keep it in my travel color bag, and then have one hanging over my desk. So I'm upset about the not being able to get the refills cheaply and conveniently, but the new color chart is cool. So I've been doing a little shopping on Cinco de Mayo. Blitzy was having an amazing sale. They were having like 50% off certain items, and there were a couple items on there that had been on my wish list forever, and they weren't very expensive to begin with, but at that price there's no way that I can turn them down. So look for Blitzy at some point, a haul maybe this week or next week. I do have some other places that I want to shop. I have to do a scrapbook.com order because they're the only place that has the paper that I need to make these invitations. I'm still waiting, not Pink Fresh, I wrote the wrong thing down. I still am trying to obtain one of the sets from the recent Pink and Main release. I'm having a hard time finding it. I do still have a couple of things from Honeybee that I'd like to order, and I do have a scrapbook pal and a Hallmark scrapbook order that are still being built. So as soon as I hit the point where I qualify for free shipping on those, I'll go ahead and check out. And then Staples, and I already told you guys about that. But anyway, so I forgot what I brought this up for. Oh yeah, so I did do some shopping. So Blitzy was one of them, and then I got an email from My Favorite Things. They were having a really nice sale where if you only had to order like $25 worth of stuff, and then you get a free die, and it's the pinata die that they just came out with the pinata die. And it's one of those things that I wanted, but I was like, you know, I'll find it cheaper somewhere else, you know, eventually. And but it was like 15, you know, it's a good price. It's like $15, but you get that for free at like the $25 point. And then you get a free gift at $60, and then you get 10% of like free shipping at $75 or something, and then like you get 10% off at $100. So I'm not the biggest My Favorite Things fan, but there are some things that had been on my wish list forever, and I keep my wish list in here. It's like this big long thing. And I kind of just went through, and you know, and a couple of the things that I was looking at happened to be out of stock on My Favorite Things, but I ended up coming up with enough stuff, and then I scaled it back a little bit just to try to keep it around $100. So that I could get the 10% discount, and then I'll worry about the rest of this later. So I did place in My Favorite Things order, but I will tell you guys, there's a reason why I'm telling you this story. Even though I don't have the stuff, we'll do a haul video later when that comes in. None of that's an emergency. Push all of that aside. So as I'm going through the My Favorite Things website, I noticed a die set that looked awfully familiar. I had asked you guys a couple of weeks ago. I was working on a card share, and I was telling you that I did a scrap exchange group a while back with someone where the whole point with the exchange is you pick some things around your craft room that you're not using anymore, you pack them up and you send them something else. And I had this scenic die set that somebody had sent me, and I had never heard of it, never seen it before, and I just used it for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it's in a recent card share if you're curious. And I asked you guys if anybody recognized it, and I don't have a very large channel, so there's no response or anything on that. But I saw it on the My Favorite Things website when I was going through it, and I did a total double take. I was like, oh my god, that looks familiar to me. And I went out and I grabbed it from I have a whole, like a separate container where I keep my standalone die sets in my craft supplies, and I went through it and I was like, oh my god, it is the exact same set. So I have identified it. It's the Spring Scene Builder from My Favorite Things that someone just sent me in a craft exchange. This is like a $25, $26 die set. And she had told me that she only used it once or twice and she didn't even use all the pieces. So that's like a huge gift to just give someone. Like, to be cleaning out your craft room and just be like, here, take this $25. Like, I would have a heart attack and die. Like, so I am absolutely floored. And this was a while back, but I still have her her address and everything, and I feel really bad for what I sent her because I sent her like some paper scraps and like some half bottles of stickles and, you know, stuff, because that's like the whole point of the exchange, is to grab stuff that you're not using anymore as scraps and so on and so forth. And like, she sent me this, and amongst other things, like there were other goodies in the bag. So I feel a little bad, and I feel like it was not an even exchange. And she was very gracious. She never never said anything to me, never even told me that it was a really expensive die set or anything. So I'm making a little bit of a care package for her, and I'm gonna ninja send her something, send her a little something extra on that. So, and then the story continues because I continued to go through the website a little bit more, and My Favorite Things makes another scene builder set, and it's called On the Beach or something like that. So they have this whole beach scene builder die set, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. So I added, and this was after I had placed my Favorite Things order. So it went right into my wish list. I was really just impressed, and I actually hope that they come out with more of these scene builder things, because this is just, it's fantastic, right? You've got all your different elements, and I didn't even like know that I was using this right. You know, I thought there was like a little stream or something. It's a path and grass and a hill, and they're just really nice pieces. And they, of course, they cut beautifully in my Cricut. So I would be happy to have the beach one as well, because I do love beach cards, and I love seeing scenic cards. That's my thing. So, and obviously most of them become outdoor scenes. So that is on my wish list, guys. So look for that. Next time My Favorite Things has a sale, I'm signed up for their emails. I'm going to keep an eye out for it. I definitely want that one. But again, I think they're like 25 or 26 bucks. So they're not cheap, but they are really nice, or at least this one's really nice. So I'm assuming that the other one is. I had no idea that it was My Favorite Things. Let's see. I'm just going to look it up really quick. Yeah, it's okay. So this one is $26 and the beach one is $27. And in fact, they don't even have it in stock. There's a little notify me thingamabob. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to have them notify me when it gets back in stock. Because who knows? Maybe I'll be rich by then. Okay, so, and the story continues, guys. So, and this is what Blitzy and My Favorite Things is pretty much what I did with my May D-Stash money. And by the way, the May D-Stash is still going on. I'm going to leave it up until the 13th, which I think is another week or whatever. It's like until Sunday, just because I have so much other stuff going on. I'm not focused on getting that stuff on the eBay or whatever. So if you're interested, I have two current D-Stash videos. One is sort of miscellaneous stuff, and the other one is stamps and dies. And if I remember, I'll link them down below. Definitely do some shopping. Support my habit, please. Help me clean out some stuff that I'm not using anymore. I would appreciate that. Anyway, so okay, so that is what I did some shopping, and I'm like, oh, that's great, you know. And I, again, you know, I know that I have all these other orders that I want to place, but not a big rush. I'm not in a big rush for anything. And so I'm just casually going about my day. And then I went to check. You guys know that I have the from a cherryontop.com. I have the Tim Holtz black glass media mat on sale. Or it's on back order, and I ordered it like 2 months ago or whatever. And it's supposed to be sometime in May. It's supposed to get there so that they can send it to me sometime in May. And as it's May, I haven't had any emails from them or anything telling me what's up with that. So I was just very casually on the website. I'm not in a huge rush for it. I'm not going to flip out or whatever. It would be really nice to have. So I was on their website just seeing if there were any updates on it on the website. And I clicked the pre-order button that they have from cherryontop.com. Let's just call them Cherry. If you're unfamiliar with them, they usually do, if they're going to get something in, they usually offer it for pre-order, and then they have a coupon code for 20% off your pre-order. So, and that's where I found the media mat. So that's what I clicked to try to find the media mat again. And they had, under pre-order, they had Lawn Fawn. So they had the May/June Lawn Fawn release on the pre-order. So naturally, I clicked on it, and I added all of the things that I wanted into my cart, and then it was gone. So I think that they mistakenly put the Lawn Fawn pre-order stuff on the website. I don't think that they were supposed to preview that. So it was gone pretty quickly. However, it is not there anymore, so I can't tell you to go have a look. And I'm not going to tell you what I saw, because if it's not there anymore, it's probably something that Lawn Fawn wants to keep under wraps. So I wouldn't feel right passing that on, but you guys, it's amazing. And I was just literally like, when I'm window shopping, just casually looking at something, my rule is I'll just put whatever I want in my cart, because you can always take it out later, just to kind of see how much you would spend if you were rich. I put almost everything in my cart. There were very few things that I didn't put in my cart, and it was over $300. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. Again, I'm not going to give any details about it or anything, but it is going to be amazing. I have seen it. I have seen it all. It's fantastic. It's not there anymore, so don't even, you can try to look at a cherryontop.com, but it's not there anymore. So they took it down pretty quick, so I think that it was a mistake, them putting it up there. It's amazing. But now I kind of had the heads up of how much money I need to spend. So, of course, I just spent all this money on everything that's not Lawn Fawn. So now I have like a month or whatever to come up with like $300. What I'll probably end up doing is what I do with all of the Lawn Fawn releases, is I'll pick and choose, and I'll pick whichever ones mean the most to me. And those will go in the first order, and then sort of like the second best and the third best until I've acquired them all. Anyway, so that's pretty much the last thing that I wanted to tell you guys, that I have seen it, and it is good. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, let me just show you guys real quick before I forget. I'm going to have to actually tape a video for her right after I talk to you, because I want to get this email to her. But this is the prototype for the baby shower card. The gold paper here, pretend that this is not just plain yellow cardstock. This is going to be vintage map paper. It's going to be vintage map. So just when you see the ugly yellow, just tell yourself it's supposed to be vintage map. And I might change it so that the card base itself is navy blue. I might use the navy blue card base instead of the white with the blue, because I think I'm going to like that better. Anyway, so I made a gatefold invitation, and they had a bunch of information that they wanted to include. So I think I came up with a reasonable design with getting some of the optional information on side panels. And this little gold thing right here, pretend that is a wooden or a plastic or a metal compass embellishment, excuse me, which I'm still researching how to find them. So pretend that is a little embellishment. Pretend that this is actual map. So this is the invitation that I have come up with for their baby shower. It is too heavy. It's already over an ounce. So I will definitely, this is why I'm thinking of making the card base navy blue, to just save some weight on the card. And of course this is cardstock, and it's going to end up being paper, so that'll be later too anyway. But anyway, so that is what I have for the baby shower prototype for my stepson and his wife. That is everything that I had to talk to you guys about. I don't have any crafts to show off because they're still all works in progress. And yeah, that is pretty much what I have. I'm going to just keep plugging away at my stuff this week, so I'm not sure when or if I'm going to do another video this week. But if I do not see you, you guys take care. And until next time, bye!